You can provide much-needed aid to Israelis impacted by the war. Go to israelneedsme.com and make a generous donation today. Shalom from Jerusalem. My name is Shani Ferguson, and your Hebrew word for the day is Shavuy. The word Shavuy, or Shvuim in plural, means captives or hostages. If you have heard the Israelis speak of hostages in Gaza, you've likely heard them call the hostages Chatufim and Chatufot. This modern word used to describe the hundreds of Israelis and foreigners taken hostage on October 7th is best translated kidnapped or literally snatched. But the original word for hostage, Shavuy, can be found in the Bible. Shavuy comes from the root shin bet hey, shava, which means to capture or grip. Interestingly, historians believe the word Shavuy actually stems from the word lashuv, meaning to return. In other words, when Hebrew speakers spoke of their hostages, instilled in the word is the hope of their eventual redemption. Israel's history is full of hostage situations, all the way back to Abraham, who took some 300 warriors from his household to rescue his nephew Lot when battling kings plundered the city and the people of Sodom, where Lot was dwelling. While in the modern times, hostages are usually taken for short-term bargaining leverage, in Bible days, those taken hostage were usually exiled or turned into slaves. It's worth noting that captivity in the Bible is not limited to physical capture. In Isaiah 61, the prophet prophesies, "The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is upon me, because He's anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted and proclaim freedom to the captives, likro lashvuim dor." Here, Isaiah describes a spiritual and emotional state of captivity that the Spirit of the Lord can eliminate. The beautiful thing about both states of bondage, whether your heart is held captive by wounds from your past or you are physically held hostage in a tunnel in Gaza, is that God is willing and able to set you free. It is upon us, however, to beseech Him for His intervention. Interesting note about Abraham: when Abraham heard about Lot's capture, he didn't reason, "Not my problem, he's not a part of my household anymore," or "Lot chose Sodom, serves him right." He immediately took the men he had available and risked his own life to rescue him. This is the true heart of a father. And maybe there's a message here for us. Do you know someone who's in bondage? A shavuy, held captive by addiction, an unhealthy relationship, or as we recently witnessed, physically held in captivity? It is the Father's heart, the desire of the Spirit of the Sovereign God, that we be free. So take a minute and think of someone who needs to be set free, and let's declare the year of the favor of the Lord over their lives and their future freedom. And that's all for your Hebrew word of the day. Until next time, I'm Shani Ferguson. Shalom from Jerusalem.
Tel Aviv, Palestinians, Gaza, what's happening in the Holy Land? Historic and modern events. Learn topics that you would never know unless you lived in the land of Israel. Join and subscribe to learn about these things and much more at Maoz Israel.